Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Nick's Wednesday night quiz. Great to see everybody already logged in and sorting yourselves out. I've had a hell of a day of it today. We've had the grandkids round, which is normal for a Wednesday. Do they wear you out, especially in weather as we've got at the moment. We went out to a very drizzly Newbold Common at lunchtime and had some lunch there, and then made our way back to Brighton Pools, where we took them for a quick excursion and ice cream there, but never mind. We're glad to give them back to my son. My wife says don't be so mean, but anyway, that's the way of it. Right, at the moment we have 13 teams logged in currently. It's great to see so many people so early. Let me just quickly say good evening to those that have already logged in. Do feel free to join in with the chat straight away, everybody. Let's have some good jokes tonight. Anything I'm surprised, lighten everybody's day, if nothing. We have Ian Miller's just joined us. Good evening, Ian. Hope all is well with you. You haven't mentioned the hedgehogs recently, Ian. Have they gone into hibernation yet, or are they still locked down and eating all they can at the moment before they have to go into hibernation? We'll see. Martin and Tina have just joined us. Good evening, Martin. Good evening, Tina. Hope all is well with you and you're keeping well. Mike Yates has joined us. Good evening, Mike. Ready to do battle for another week? doesn't seem so like Sunday, does it? Blimey. These quizzes come at me thick and fast, unfortunately, but never mind. In fact, I was doing the quiz tonight. I thought I'd finished it last night. I decided I've got a round missing at about 6 o'clock this evening, so I had to quickly whip a round together, but never mind. Jed and Tracy have joined us. Good evening, Jed and Tracy. Hope all is well with you. What's he saying? Fast asleep. Clive and Janet from Stockton have just joined us. They're saying, hi, Nick and Lydia and all. Well, yes, good evening to all. Lydia's not here at the moment. She's been working hard all day from home, as she does now, permanently, just about. Yes, Ian's saying the hogs, right. Oh, they're asleep. Oh, I see. Sorry. I did ask the question, Ian. I should have been on top of that one, shouldn't I? The hedgehogs, they are fast asleep. Right, that's fair enough. Yeah, interesting. Well, just a pre-warning, you need to get your heating on tonight because it's going to be the first real snap of cold weather tomorrow. 24 hours of very cold northerlies blowing down over the UK, so it's probably as well to make sure the heating's turned up a notch tonight or left on a little bit longer. We'll have to see. Now then, quickly through to last week's winners, losers, and whatever. Well, no, let's not bother with the losers. Last week's winners on a fantastic 62 points. We had equal first place with PRS and Paula Lewis. Now, that was some fantastic scores. Just behind them on 61 points, we have the famous 5. Fantastic effort from them. Just behind them on 60 points, we have Split the Difference. Another great score, I have to say. When you've only dropped 3 and you still come fourth, that's bad news, isn't it? Then on joint fifth place even, we had Denise Lestrange on 59. We had Ian and his bottle of Shiraz also on 59. And we had Julie Ashcroft on 59 points with no shenanigans, she was telling me. So that's brilliant. Just behind the 59s, we had a 58 from Michelle and Charlie from Crick, so well played them. And then also from Crick, we had Home Alone 6 on a fantastic 57 points. So it was a great turnout and whatever last week. Just to let you know, and I'm sure I've told everybody about it. Yes, Robin's just saying evening. Don't forget to remind folks to make sure they have live chat rather than top chat showing on YouTube. You'll find at the top of the page, you can scroll between live chat and top chat. So make sure you have live chat enabled and not the top chat. That's a good post from Robin there. Keep everybody on. Penny's just joined us. Good evening, Penny. Hope all is well with you. Ready to do battle tonight, are we? Let's see. It's a dead easy quiz tonight. I couldn't come up with anything hard enough for this week, so never mind. I'm expecting somebody to get 63 tonight. We'll see. Yes, do feel free if you're taking part to give me the thumbs up. The more likes, the better for the quiz. That's really kind of you. If you like the quizzes, do feel inclined to give us a thumbs up. Now then, just a quick heads up on how we're going with the charity quiz. Charity quiz is going to be on Sunday, the 6th of December. It's going to be a standard quiz, which I do every week. Except this week we'll be donating to a charity, and the charity is going to be the Maiden Hospices. There are 3 hospices in the Rugby area, one of which is in Rugby, Coventry, and the Leamington Spa area. Now, these hospices have to raise something like 9.2 million a year to keep their services going. There's only 25% of their funds actually comes from central government, or the NHS, as they like to call it at the same time. So they're this year, as like all charities, I suppose, across the UK, they're going to be desperately short, and they're running on fresh air as we speak. So to make it interesting, I've asked, the idea of this quiz was basically in memory of my sister-in-law, Helen, who died unfortunately last year. She passed away at Coventry Hospice at the early age of 56, and sad loss it was. So hopefully this is really just a big thank you to all those at the hospices who looked after Helen, and let's see if we can raise some money. Now, at the moment, the fund stands at about £700 we've already raised, and that is quite spectacular considering I've only got about 8 or 9 teams so far actually logged in, said they're going to do the quiz. So thank you for all those that have already donated something towards the charity. If not, if you look at the bottom of the screen tonight, it's Just Giving charity, Nick's charity quiz. You'll see it at the bottom of the screen if you scroll down enough. And thank you all of those that have donated already. If you'd like to make a small donation, you will then be, you don't have to take part in the quiz. You can still take part in the quiz anyway, but if you'd like to make a donation towards the hospices, do feel free. And then there will be some prizes up for grabs. We've got £100 cash to give away between 3 first prizes, probably a 50, something like a 30 and a £20 cash prize. And then we've also been kind enough to be given some prizes by 1 or 2 of the teams tonight who have donated things. And thank you very much for those that have already donated. So let me just, that's enough of Mike and Quiz for the moment. I will remind you of that a little bit later. So let's just see who else has joined us. So I've already mentioned Penny. Penny says hello to Lydia and Nick. Faye's just joined us. Well, hello there. Happy Wednesday all, says Faye. Well, happy Wednesday, Faye. I'm on a magnificent, I'll tell you what we're on to start the evening. We're on marvellous oldies Harper's Own Amber Ale. Fantastic ale by any standards, that one. Andrew Lewis, Andrew and Jane. Good evening to Andrew and Jane. Let's see how we fare tonight, Andrew, Jane. From sunny Lutterworth, Yelvertoft even, sorry. The givers have just joined us. So Graham and Jane from Toft-on-Sea, reporting well. If it's by the sea, yes, that's fair enough. So good evening to Graham and Jane. Michelle's joined us. Good evening. And she's saying, everybody, Charlie, Michelle and James, that's brilliant. The Yorkies have joined us. Good evening, Georgia. Hope all is well with you and Rory. Have you managed to get more than another 2 in the team yet? Come on. Carol's just joined us. Good evening, Carol. Home Loan 6 are all here. That's what I like to see. Quizzy Rascals are here. Evening all, says Paula. And Pick and Mix have joined us as well. So Pick and Mix here. Loving the Lest We Forget beer. Thanks. Beer, Nick. Thanks. What's up? Lest we forget beer. I like to remind everybody that there is still beer out there, even now then. Ian's just joined us, so good evening to Ian. He's got his oldie bottle of Shiraz here. I don't think it was, because I saw Ian the other night sneaking out of Tesco's with 2 bottles of Shiraz. So is it the oldie or is it the Tesco, Ian, or are you not letting on? Let's see. Well, maybe you're getting through the last lot of oldie Shiraz. It's only to be left with the other. Right then, tonight we have 6 rounds, as usual, to keep you going. First round is entitled Wednesday the 18th. As always, it's just the initial letters of the days of the week, followed by the numbers and the rest of the letters, I suppose. So there are 13 possible answers to the first questions, Wednesday the 18th. Round number 2 is a straightforward trivia trail. Not particularly tricky one tonight, a trivia trail to keep you going. Round number 3 tonight is entitled All Answers, beginning with the letters P-I, P-I. Piss, for instance, you know, it could be something to do with that. Whatever, sorry. Piston, you never know, something like that. So all the answers start with the letter P-I. Let's hope I'm not pissed by the time we get to that round. Round number 4 tonight, all the answers contain the name of an animal. Somewhere in the answer there is the name of an animal. Now, all you that knows anything that is living is classified as an animal as far as I'm concerned. So any living organism, basically. That's round number 4. Round number 5 is a connections round. We all love a good connections round. 9 general knowledge questions, where question number 10 asks for a connection between the previous 9 answers. And finally, round number 6 is a straightforward blank bonus. Or well, it's not. It's just general trivia round. Sorry, I've got it written down here wrong. So round 6 is just a general trivia round, which should catch a 1 or 2 out, as it always does. Because it's sort of ridiculous trivia that most people don't want to know. Right, just to let you all know, my daughter has, good evening, Lydia, has turned up. So she'll be able to put all the scores on as we go through all the questions even, yes. Lydia will be putting the questions up. Tesco Shiraz went last night. Tonight we're on Oldie Shiraz. My God. Ian's getting through a lot of Shiraz. That's what I like to see. So Matthew and Claire have just joined us. Good evening, PRS. Hope all is well with you. As have the famous 5, John O'Rourke. Good evening, John and the gang. Hope you're all right. And keeping well under these lockdown conditions. There's so many of you that I know from the quizzes we used to do at the pubs during the week, and it's such a shame we can't see any of you. It's like lost friends, a lot of people, really. The quiz scene does bring a lot of people together. Anyway, how many minutes have we got? We got 5 minutes, just under 5 minutes before we get going. Let me just see how many teams we've got. We've got 47 teams logged on, or 47 people logged on currently. As I said, if you do feel you like the quizzes, do give me a thumbs up. You just say a like. And do feel free, any of you that are new to the quizzes, to make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Pewee1957. Hit on the subscribe button. If I can get to 1,000 subscribers, then we're doing well. And then it will start becoming famous, you see, but we're way off that already. But never mind. Right, let me just quickly, for those that have joined us recently, quickly go through last week's winners. We had in first equal place PRS and Paula Lewis on a fantastic 62 points. They only dropped a point, the pair of them, all night long, which I'm sure was probably in that last round. In third place, just 1 point behind those two, were the famous 5 on a fantastic 61 points. Well played, the famous 5. Then we had Split the Difference, so well played, and fourth place on 60 points. And then we had a raft of people. We had Denise, we had Julie Ashcroft, and we had Ian and his Butler Shiraz, all on 59 points. Michelle Gibbons and Charlie on 58 points. Then we had Home Alone 6 on 57 points. So it's all very, very close last week. All very, very close. Now then, as I mentioned, we have 6 rounds of trivia tonight. We start off, first round tonight is entitled Wednesday the, 18th? Yes, I think it is. Wednesday the 18th. Round number 2 is a trivia trail. Round number 3 tonight is all the answers begin with the letters P-I. Round number 4, all the answers have got an animal somewhere buried in the answer. Well, not literally, but somewhere in the answer. Round number 5 is a straightforward connections round, where I ask for a connection between the previous 9 answers. And final round is just a round on general trivia. Now then, who's going to start us off with a funny joke tonight? Well, let's see what we got here. Oh, Hillary's just joined us. So Hillary, Stephen, Dexter here. So good evening, Hills, Stephen and Dexter. Good evening to you all. Hope you're all well. Paula says, there are 3 to 4 of us, Nick. We have a team. Excellent. I answer about 2 the whole, well, I answer about 2 the whole quiz. Doesn't matter. Jackie's just joined us. Good evening, Jackie. Hope all is well with you. Right, we're nearly ready to go. Let's just give it another minute to let the last few people join in and see what's going on. Nothing much new in the news this week. We've had, obviously, the discovery of 2 potential vaccines, which might make a big difference to the coronavirus situation. The departure of Dominic Cummings, that was probably not expected, but I think as Brexit looms, they've got to get rid of him. But we'll see. And anyway, we'll see how we go. Right, we have just a few seconds. We'll get going, so I'll just flash up the quiz and we'll get ourselves going. We have literally, 55 currently logged on. So great to see everybody taking part on a Wednesday night. Wednesday nights are not as busy as Sunday night quiz normally, but even so, it's great to see so many people enjoying it. And oh, Alex has just joined us as well. Good evening, Alex. How are you? Keeping well, I trust. Ready to go and do some more quizzing? That's what we like to see. Denise has just joined us. I did mention Denise earlier. Denise was fifth equal with Ian and his bottle of Shiraz and Julie Ashcroft last week on a fantastic 59 points. So well played to you, Denise. Clive's saying, did you get your phone screen fixed or did you get one from a car park in Crete? No, I got mine fixed. It wasn't actually my screen, it was the back of my phone that I broke, but never mind. Right, good thanks up to you all. Happy players round. Right, here we go then. Robin, we'll enjoy it. Right, here we go then. Yes, it's 2015. So round one. Question number one, starting with the letter W as in Wednesday. The English author Thomas Hardy set all of his major novels in the south and southwest of England, named after a medieval Anglo-Saxon kingdom. What did he call this area? So one word answer I'm after. So the English author Thomas Hardy set all of his major novels in the south and southwest of England, named after a medieval Anglo-Saxon kingdom. What did he call this area? Good old Angles and the Saxons. Right, come on, somebody's going to start us off with a joke. I'm going to have a joke about the beer, I suppose. It's actually not too bad, this Harper's special. Right, nice easy one that was to get you going. Question number two, starting with the letter E. The Yorkies will like this one. Extremely popular with mobile phones. What is the Japanese word for picture character? Starts with the letter E, which makes it very straightforward. So extremely popular with mobile phones. What is the Japanese word for picture character? Don't seem to be able to buy a phone without hundreds of these being in the damn thing already, but never mind. Never use them myself. Too old. Oh, I do see some people possibly using them in the chat column occasionally, so there we have it. Right, question number three, starting with the letter D. D. Georgie says you're getting down with the kids now. Yeah, you're right. Question number three, this is the hardest one in the round for those that have never been there. With a population in excess of 1 million people, what is the capital city in the West African country of Senegal? So with a population in excess of 1 million people, what is the capital city in the West African country of Senegal? I've missed a couple of words out there, Liz. I'm sure you'll fill them in. Oh, that's all right. It's a place I went to many years ago. I bet there's not many of you been there before. We stayed at a very nice beach hotel and I got chased by a snake. At least we thought it was a snake. It was something big and horrible. Question number four, starting with the letter N as in Nick. Which charity and membership organisation for heritage conservation in England was founded by Octavia Hill, amongst others, in 1895? Oh, yeah, I thought Clive would be there. Phew. I got my passport stamp there. So question number four again. Which charity and membership organisation for heritage conservation even in England was founded by Octavia Hill and others in 1895? It's a two-word answer for that question. Two-word answer for number four. Well, besides Clive, has anybody else been there? I'd be surprised if they are, but never mind. I didn't get the T-shirt, Clive. It was well before the days of having T-shirts. Question number five, starting with the letter E. What is the religious or spiritual practice of evicting demons or other spiritual entities from a person or an area that are believed to have been possessed. Chris is saying, bet you haven't been to Somalia. Don't give him the answers, Chris. So question 5 again. What is the religious or spiritual practice of evicting demons or other spiritual entities from a person or an area that are believed to have been possessed? Now, you're right, Chris. You know I haven't been to Somalia. Not that I want to be there at the moment, or anywhere near it for that, mate. For that matter. Question number 6. This is a 2-word answer, but you can drop the word the from the front of it, okay? I don't need the word the. So just a 1-word answer in that case. What name is given to an old street in York with overhanging timber frame buildings, some dating back as far as the 14th century? Pirates, I have. Somalian ones. Try to avoid countries ending stan. Well, yeah, there's a few of those. So question 6 again. What name is given to an old street in York? And if the Yorkies don't get this one, then we're in trouble. With overhanging timber frame buildings, some dating back as far as the 14th century. What a fantastic question. Yes, well done, Georgia. Now, do remember to drop the word the from the front of that. Just the single word answer. Bought some John Smith's beer on the label. Please drink responsibly. So I'll put my seatbelt on. I like that one. Dear God. Who'd drink John Smith's? Just let me. There's got to be somebody, surely. Question number 7 starts with the letter D. It's a 2-word answer. Which national park straddles eastern California and Nevada? It's known for Titus Canyon, a ghost town, colourful rocks, and bad water basin salt flats. My boss told me to have a good day, so I went home. Oh dear, that's fair. Oh dear. Question 7 again. Which national park straddles eastern California and Nevada? It's known for Titus Canyon, a ghost town, colourful rocks, and bad water basin salt flats. 2-word answer, that one. Starting with the letter D. Come on, Yorkies. National parks. You must know all the American ones by now. Question number 8, starting with the letter A. Bit of a big clue in this one. What is a medium-sized burrowing nocturnal mammal native to Africa? Probably Somalia. Its name is one of the first entries in the Oxford English Dictionary. What's Alex put? I went to Jamaica and bought a pie. It was equivalent to £2. Went to St Kitts and Nevis. Pie was £3. Went to Media, pie was £4. Anyway, there are lots of pirates of the Caribbean. Oh God, that's dreadful. Oh dear, different pirates of the Caribbean. Yes, quite. Question 8 again. What is a medium-sized burrowing nocturnal mammal native to Africa? Its name is one of the first entries in the Oxford English Dictionary. Question number 9, starting with the letter Y. I had the wife searching endlessly for Ys to give me some new Ys this afternoon, but she didn't come up with anything that I hadn't already had, but we nearly got there. So question number 9. What was the catchphrase made famous by Fred Flintstone in the animated TV show The Flintstones? Come on, you Yorkies, you'll know that one, surely. So what was the catchphrase made famous by Fred Flintstone in the animated TV show The Flintstones? Starts with a Y. You know the Brian Adams song, everything I do. Is it everything I do it for you? Or is it just everything I do? Well, what's that? Why can't you hear a pterodactyl go to the bathroom? Because the P is silent. Oh dear, oh dear. That's dreadful. Nice one, Faye. Keep them coming. Question number 10 again. Let's start again. Question number 10, first time. In what year did Bryan Adams hit the top of the charts with Everything I Do? Now, this has got to start with the number 1, remember, and I'll give you a choice. Was it 1984, 1991, or 1996? So question 10, come on, there's a good bit of thought there. In what year did Bryan Adams hit the top of the charts with Everything I Do? I'll give you the choice. Was it 1984, 1991, or 1996? I'm always pretty hopeless with dates, I have to say, but never mind. Right, question number 11. It's got to start with the number 8, which makes this a bit easier for you to work out. So question number 11. How many different scoring areas in total are there on a standard dartboard? So question 11 again. How many different scoring areas in total are there on a standard dartboard? Let's hope we don't get any argument about that. But to help you, it starts with the number 8. So you'll be in the right ballpark with that one. Any more jokes coming in? Phase pterodactyl, I like that one. I'm going to disown Faye soon, says Jackie. Come on, Jackie, you come up with it. On the hockey. Oh, yes, here we go. Ooh, right, I hope we've all worked that one out. So question number 12. Born in Trinidad and Tobago, though he can't have been born. Anyway, born in Trinidad and Tobago in 1939, who became Britain's first black newsreader on the News at 10 in 1992? Was that Robbie Miller? Got home last night and said to my wife, I hear the milkman's made love to every woman in the street except one. She said, I bet it's that stuck-up count of the 33. Oh dear. Very good, Robin, very good. 12 again. Born in Trinidad and Tobago in 1939, who became Britain's first black newsreader of colour? I've got to be careful now, haven't I? Black newsreader on the News at 10 in 1992. It's a 2-word answer, and the first word starts with letter T. What do you get when you mix English lessons with alcohol? Tequila Mockingbird. Very good. Matthew's put, who's the coolest guy in the hospital? The ultrasound guy. Oh dear. Oh dear, that's dreadful, isn't it? And finally, question number 13, starting with the letter H as in hotel, sometimes known as flower flies. They can often appear motionless in the air and feed mainly on nectar and pollen. What are they called? So sometimes known as flower flies, they can often appear motionless in the air and feed mainly on nectar and pollen. What one word do we know them by? The coolest guy's the ultrasound bloke. And if he's off, it's the hip replacement guy. Oh dear, oh dear. They get better, they get better. Right, that's the end of round 1. I'm sure you'll agree that was, what did he say? Irish guy goes into patisserie in Paris and orders a gâteau, pronouncing it with the X, Baker says in France. We do not pronounce the X. What would you like? You've got a bolo, he replied. Wouldn't give a bolo, he replied. Oh dear. Well, yes. Right, everybody, let's do some marking after Wednesday the 18th, round number 1. Are we ready? Eyes down, looking. These are the answers. The famous area which was named by Thomas Hardy from after a medieval Anglo-Saxon kingdom. That's the kingdom of Wessex I wanted. Number 2 is an emoji. Number 3, capital city in Senegal is Dakar. Number 4 was the National Trust I was after. Number 5 I was after exorcism. Number 6 is better known as the Shambles or Shambles. Number 7 was Death Valley. Number 8, of course, is the Aardvark. Number 9 I was after Yabba Dabba Doo. Number 10, it's 1991 that Brian Adams topped the charts with Everything I Do. Number 11, there are 82 different scoring zones on a standard dartboard. And number 12 was Trevor McDonald. And finally, number 13, I was after the Hoverfly, the little Hoverfly. So well done if you've got all those. I'm expecting quite a few of you to have done pretty well on that first round. So if you want to get your scores in, let's see how you've all fared after round 1. Well, here we go. Home Alone 6, straight in with a 13. Well played, you. Steve Farnham with a 12. Jed and Tracy on a 13. We've got Martin Davison on 11. We have Andrew Lewis on a 12. Well done, Andrew. Ahead of Martin already at this early stage. Ian Miller on 12. PRS are on 13. Paul Lewis is on 13. The York is fantastic. 12. Well played them. Sarah on 13. Mike Yates is on a 12. Famous Fiver on 12. Alex Brown's on 12. Graham Gifford's on 12. Michelle Gibbons is on 13. Ian, Julian and Shiraz are on 13. Lee Roberts is on 12. Mick and Bever online. Excellent. Clive and Janet from Stockton are on 13. Split the Difference on 13. Pick a Mix are on 12. There's some great scores out there tonight. Very good scores. So have we got any more to come in? Everybody feeling confident about their positions at the moment? I know we've got more of you taking, but what have I missed out there? There's got to be 1 or 2 missing. Oh, Denise, 13. Fantastic scores here. As I said, I wasn't going to catch most of you out of that first round. But let's see how we fare with round number 2. Now, round number 2 is a straightforward trivia trial where the last letter of your first answer is the first letter of the next answer, and so on and so forth till we get to number 10, where the last letter of number 10, or your answer to number 10, is the first letter of number 1. So nice, straightforward on this, very short and to the point. My wife's always going on about my questions being far too long and wordy, so this one's nice and easy. Question number 1. Who was British Prime Minister on VJ Day? So question 1, who was British Prime Minister on VJ Day? 2-word answer I'm after. You take the last letter of his surname, and it is the first letter of this. Question number 2, what is the name of Iron Maiden's mascot who appears on their album covers and who was also featured in a video game? It's a 1-word answer, and of course it's his first name, I suppose. So take the last letter of that British Prime Minister, it's the first letter of this. What is the name of Iron Maiden's mascot who appears on their album covers and who was also featured in a video game? Right, it's time for me to test my second beer of the night. We're now going to try some Ruby Red. Another one from the famous Harper's Brewery. Oh, it's time I got some of my own beer, actually. I've got some at the pub. I just need to go and pick it up. I'll have some for Sunday, and I can test my own beer. Right, question number 3. Remember to take the last letter of that mascot's name, and it's the first letter of this 2-word answer. Introduced in 1796, who invented a vaccination for smallpox? Or who was credited with the invention of a smallpox vaccination? So, introduced in 1796, who invented a vaccination for smallpox? Or who is credited with it, at least? It's a 2-word answer I'm after. I'm sure most of you who went to school would have heard his name during the science lessons at least, unless you weren't taking any notice whatsoever. It's probably like me, very little notice most of the time. Now, question number 4, you've got to get the right way round, because if you get the colours the wrong way around, it won't work. So question number 4, which follows on from the, so take the last letter of number 3, and it's the first letter of number 4. Which two colours are Dennis the Menace's jumper in the Bino? So what two colours are Dennis the Menace's jumper? Pretty straightforward, that one, but do make sure you get it the right way around. Otherwise, the trivia trail won't work, of course. I know. Yorkies standing that one, surely. It's dreadful, isn't it? I'm sorry I keep bringing you up, Georgia. I don't mean to. Oh, dear. You're obviously the youngsters taking part, you see. That's what it is. Right, take the last letter of the second colour, and it's the first letter of number 5. What name is given to the fibrous protein forming the main structural constituent of hair, feathers, hooves, claws, and horns, etc.? So what name is given to the fibrous protein forming the main structural constituent of hair, feathers, hooves, claws, and horns, etc.? It's just a one-word answer. What are you saying, Liz? Oh. Oh, she put that. She's put the rotation of the day really makes my day. The rotation of the earth really makes my day. Silly sod. Oh dear. Didn't rotate fast enough today. Question number 6. Take the last letter of your answer to number 5, that fibrous protein, and it's the first letter of this one. What is the only Central American country in which baseball, not soccer, is the people's favourite sport? Seems a bit strange, I have to say, but never mind. So what is the only Central American country in which baseball, not soccer, is the people's favourite sport? Right, take the good one, Sif. What's that? Fibrous protein, chicken McNuggets. I think you're right. It's fibrous part, isn't it, really? Right, take the last letter of that country, and it's the first letter of this two-word answer. Who played the role of Mr. Freeze in the film Batman and Robin? I should have given a year for that one, but never mind. There's been a few Batman and Robin films. So, question number 7. Who played the role of Mr. Freeze in the film Batman and Robin? Two-word answer I'm after. Very big star. Well, he's a very big actor as well, I suppose. Question number 8 is very straightforward. Anagram. The name of which football club is an anagram of Red Admiral? That's not too testing, I know. So the name of which football club is an anagram of Red Admiral? I made it far too easy tonight's quiz, haven't I? Far too easy for everybody. Right, take the last letter of that football team, and it's the first letter of this one-word answer I'm after. What was the name of Icarus's father? He was a very talented and remarkable Athenian craftsman who built the labyrinth for King Minos of Crete to imprison the Minotaur. So question 9 again, what was the name of Icarus's father? He was a very talented and remarkable Athenian craftsman who built the labyrinth for King Minos of Crete to imprison the Minotaur. You've definitely got to do the tour if you ever go to Crete. Well worth it. We did it, didn't we? Don't do it with a pushchair, though. It's impossible. We did. We went to, where did we go? I can't remember where it was. Minos or something. And finally, question number 10. Dead easy one, this. A one-word answer I'm after. Do remember the last letter of this answer takes you back to the first letter of number 1. What word goes before verses to give the name of Salman Rushdie's 4th novel, first published in 1988 and inspired in part by the life of Muhammad? So question 10 again. What word goes before verses to give the name of Salman Rushdie's 4th novel? It was first published in 1988 and inspired in part by the life of Muhammad. Right, there we have it. Very easy trivia trail. Do remember that one word, the last letter there, will take you back to the first letter of your first word. Nice, easy one. Was that an easy one for the change? Yeah, the wife's even saying it was easy, so it's got to be easy. What? Falling asleep between the questions because there's no thinking. Oh, right. She's saying she didn't fall asleep between the questions. Right then, as it was far too easy, let's just go through some answers for you then. Let's go through some answers. I'll already do some marking, everybody. Here we go then. Trivia Trail. Who was Prime Minister on VJ Day? That was Clement Attlee. Clement Attlee. That gave you the E, of course, for Iron Maiden's mascot called Eddie. That gave you another E for Edward Jenner, of course, who invented the smallpox vaccination. That gave you the R for the two colours, red and black. That gave you the K for the structural protein keratin. That gave you the N, of course, for the Central American country Nicaragua. That in turn gave you the A for that two-word actor who played Mr. Freeze, Arnold Schwarzenegger, of course. That gave you the R for the football club Real Madrid. That in turn gave you the D for Daedalus. Daedalus, of course, who was Icarus's father. That gave you the S for the word satanic, as in the satanic verses, which was all that fuss about. Right then, everybody, let's have some scores in, see how we've all fared. Martin Dave straight in with the 21. Well played, Martin. And his first time my head didn't hurt. Excellent, that's what I like to see. Sarah, 22 points. Stefan's on a 30 with Hills. Matthew Blum, PRS are on 23. Paul Lewis is on 23. Ian Miller's on 21. Graham Gibbons on 19. Jen and Tracy are on 23. Pick a Mix are on 21. Michelle Gibbons on 21. The Yorkers are on 21. Timeless 5 are on 22 points. Andrew Lewis is on 20. We've got Alex Brown on 17. Mig Roberts on 21. Split the Difference is on 23. Home Alone 6 are on 23 points. We've still got quite a few teams out there scoring full points. In fact, everybody's doing remarkably well. What's your score at the moment, Sif? Come on, you must be there somewhere. I haven't seen you post a score yet. You don't normally post one until. And Denise, 23 points. We've got Julian and Shiraz on 22. Clive and Janet from Stockton on a 22. So everybody's there or thereabouts. And Leslie Barrett on a 23. Well done, Sif. There we have it, you see. Be proud. Stick your scores down. Right, round number 3. Just when you thought it couldn't get any easier. Oh, Mike Yates is on a 20. Well done, Mike. Just when you thought it couldn't get any easier, of course, we have all answers beginning with the letters P-I, P-I. So you can just write down 10 P-Is, top to bottom. I tried to come up with a joke about shit furniture, but got no IKEA. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. That's dreadful. Yes, all the Booby Prize girls are on fantastic 21 points. Well played, Jackie. People in Buy don't shrink stones. Ha 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 ha. Don't shrink stones. Oh, yeah. All right. Here we go then. All answers beginning with the letters P and I. P and I. 50, having a bad night, says Penny. Never mind, Penny. Things could get worse. Or better, indeed. Here we go then. Depending where you live in the country. And Penny, was it you that came from, wait a minute, what was it, on sea? Not Essex on sea, it was in Essex, wasn't it? I looked it up to find out where you lived. Anyway, right, here we go. I'll remember in a minute. Question number 1. Which railway station is the current terminus of the North Yorkshire Moors Railway? The station itself has been restored to its 1937 condition with help from the Heritage Lottery Fund. Holland-on-Sea. Holland-on-Sea. I looked it up. It's right next to somewhere else, isn't it? Big, much bigger place that everybody's heard of. Not Ramsgate, isn't it? Sorry, we've got 22, says Jackie. That's all right, Jackie, no problem. Well done. Yes, Holland-on-Sea. I was looking it up on the map the other day to see where it was, and looks a very interesting place, I have to say. Probably a place I need to visit sometime in the distant future. So question number 1 again, which railway station is current terminus of the North Yorkshire Moors Railway? The station itself has been restored to its 1937 condition with help from the Heritage Lottery Fund. It's just a one-word answer. It's the name of the station and all the town surrounding it. And it's got to start with a PI, and it's in Yorkshire somewhere. So there we have it. Question number 2, what name is given to a round gear, usually a smaller gear in a gear drive train? It's also the name given to the outermost primary flight feathers on a bird's wing. So what name is given to a round gear, usually the smaller gear in a gear drive train? It is also the name given to the outermost primary flight feather on a bird's wing. Yeah, I put that word in to try not to pronounce it. Question number 3. I put this word in because I thought you'd try and be amused at me trying to pronounce it, but never mind. Known as a paleoanthropological fraud, that was pretty good actually, Charles Dawson, an amateur archaeologist, claimed to have discovered the missing link between ape and man, near which Sussex village? It's a one-word answer I'm after. So, now known as a paleoanthropological fraud, Charles Dawson, an amateur archaeologist, claimed to have discovered the missing link between ape and man, near which Sussex village? I'm glad they didn't say rugby. We can find plenty here. Paleoanthropological. Yeah. It is only round 3, Liz, is it? Or what round are we? Yeah. Now, that might have been trickier if it was round 6, but we'll see. Question number 4. Well, these hard enough for you, Dunny. He's making the head think a bit. Which word was first published in 1965 by Frederick C. Billingsley of the Jet Propulsion Laboratory, or JPL, to describe the elements of video images taken from space probes to the Moon and Mars? It's not too hard. You got 2 of the letters there. So which word was first published in 1965 by Frederick C. Billingsley of the Jet Propulsion Laboratory to describe the elements of video images taken from space probes to the Moon and Mars? That's what I was saying, Leslie. It's exactly the same as it's been in a few pubs around here where the missing link can be found. Oh dear. It's a bit harsh to single out rugby. I'm sure that's the case across most of the UK, but never mind. Question number 5, dead easy one this. With a name derived from Middle French in the mid-16th century, what is a small firearm designed to be held in one hand? Can't be that hard. Starts with the letters P and I. So, with a name derived from Middle French in the mid-16th century, what is a small firearm designed to be held in one hand? Oh. Question number 6. I think this has been in the chat column already tonight, so you should be able to get this one. What is a series of fantasy swashbuckling films produced by Jerry Bruckheimer and based on Walt Disney's theme park ride of the same name? So question number 6 again. What is a series of fantasy swashbuckling films produced by Jerry Bruckheimer even, and based on Walt Disney's theme park ride of the same name? And I do think somebody's already mentioned these in the chat column a bit earlier. The Vic and the Alex, yeah, that's about right, Jackie. Yeah, they saw me in there once. Oh dear. You know all the chat is saying, don't you? Oh dear. Question number 7. Awarded for conspicuous gallantry or devotion to duty while serving in military conflict, which type of animal has been awarded the PDSA's Dickin Medal the most times? Just the name of an animal I'm after. So awarded for conspicuous gallantry or devotion to duty while serving in military conflict, which type of animal has been awarded the PDSA's Dickin Medal the most times? The ones I was thinking of are really long gone. The Star, the Woolpack, the Engine. Oh dear, that's a good pub, the Woolpack. You're showing your age now, Leslie. Definitely showing your age. Question number 8. Derived from the Italian for small, what is a half-size flute and a member of the woodwind family of musical instruments? So question 8 again, derived from the Italian for small, what is a half-size flute and a member of the woodwind family of musical instruments? My wife woke with a huge smile on her face. Love felt tips. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. That's a good one. It's nearly as good as me dropping beer down you last night, wasn't it, Andy? I accidentally dropped some of my beer on my wife last night. Won't go any further. Won't say where it went. But I didn't want to waste a drop, that's for sure. Sorry, making it worse. Right. Question number 9. What liquid measure is equivalent to 4.5 imperial gallons and is still used today for a party-sized carry-out of beer? Well, occasionally. So what liquid measure is equivalent to 4.5 imperial gallons and is still used today for a party-sized carry-out of beer? That's a normal size carry-out for me. Oh dear. I told you this was a dead easy round, isn't it, this one? And finally, question number 10. Oh God, it gets so easy. This is ridiculous. Who was a Spanish painter, sculptor, poet, and playwright who spent most of his adult life in France? No, not the Party 7. Oh, that was a dreadful beer, wasn't it? So who was a Spanish painter, sculptor, poet, and playwright who spent most of his adult life in France? Oh, Jack, that's Jackie saying, I wonder what the eye was. The imp, of course, yes. Oh, well. Three was missing link. Oh, dear. Although it fits, Clive, you could put it down. I think I did say it was, I think I said it was a one-word answer, though. Perhaps you could just put Piers. Leslie, what are you describing as the world's worst ever beer? Are you implying that the imp had the world's, or are you implying the imp was the best? But oh yeah, sorry, just cross lines here. Party 7, what is Party 7? That was horrible, dreadful stuff. The imp was the best pub in the known universe. It was a good pub. I only ever went there once. Sadly, I think the owners set light to the damn place, didn't they? To force planning or something, but never mind. Enough of that. Here we go then. Round number 3. All the answers began with the letters P-I. So we started off the railway station. The current terminus of the North Yorkshire Moors Railway is Pickering, of course. Pickering. Number 2, I was after opinion. Number 3, a paleoanthropological fraud was executed in Piltdown, that village in Sussex. Piltdown. Number 4, first published word is called a pixel. Number 5 was a pistol, of course, which is held in one hand. Number 6, it was Pirates of the Caribbean I wanted. That's swashbuckling films. Number 7 was a pigeon, has been awarded the Dickin Medal the most times. I don't know how many times, but it's plenty. I think it's about 14 or 15 times. Somebody's going to correct me on that. Number 8 was the piccolo. Number 9 is called a pin. 4.5 imperial gallons is also known as a pin. And a half of that, of course, is a poly pin. Number 10 was Picasso. Picasso I was after. So there we have it. So then, let's have some scores in. See how it fared after that round. I'm expecting a few more full houses there. So let's see how tight it is at the top, whether everybody's staying in touch with the leaders, or whether we've all fallen from grace. But never mind, let's have a look. Stephen Hills are on fantastic 28. We've got Jed and Tracy 32, got Home Alone 6 32, Mick Roberts is on 31, Ian Miller's on 30, Mike Yates on 29, Sarah and Russ are on 29. We've got Michelle Gibbons on 31. We've got the Famous 5 on 30. We've got the Yorkies still there on 29 points. Graham Gibbons on 28. Andrew Lewis is on 30. Happy guessed the pin on 29. Well played, Martin. That was a good guess by any standards. Penny Graham now on 23 points. Well played. PRS on 32. Alex Brown's on 24 points. We have Leslie Barrett on 33. Well done, Leslie. Janet and Jane, Clive and Janet even from Stockton are on 32 points. Have we got any more scores to come in? Yeah, we've got Paul Lewis on 32 points. Now, Pick a Mixer on 29. Well played. However, those in Abu Dhabi do. That's the Flintstone joke, isn't it? Yeah. Oh dear. Split the difference. We're all also on 32 points. No, it's smaller. Yeah. I doesn't start with PI either. A pin is half of a firkin, and a polypin is half of a pin for some reason, but there we go. We've also got Julie in Annie Shiraz on a fantastic 31 points. So everybody's there or thereabouts. It appears we have an out-and-out leader with Leslie Barrett at the moment on 33. Everybody else is on 32 or 30. So, yeah, we've also got to do some catching up. I've got to catch up Leslie, but don't worry about that because it'll be easy. I'll have a round on music or something that he hates. But no, that's not fair. Right, round number 4. Round number 4 is all about animals. Before we go on to that, let me just once again just mention the Maiden Hospice quiz. Maiden Hospice is basically care for people 18 years or over every year, and they also last year supported 1,800 people and their families. All their services are free of charge. And basically they supply terminal illness for cancer, heart failure, motor neuron disease, and Parkinson's and dementia. So it's not all about whatever. So if you feel free to get a team name together. We've got a few team names, but some of you are just using your own names. But I'd rather you put a team name in. And if you want to make a small donation, you go to the bottom of the page and do feel free. We've already raised an amazing sum of, well, I thought it was about 650, but my brother-in-law reckons it's nearer 800 now. So we're doing remarkably well. This is before the quiz. This is the 6th, Sunday the 6th of December. Let's see all of the teams there. There's some good prizes to be had on the night. There's some very good prizes to be had on the night. However, I might shake the quiz up a bit. It probably won't be quite the same format, but it will be just about, because we won't be able to think of much else. Right then, here we go. Let me just get back on the screen. We have 60 teams watching us at the moment, or logged in. Round number 4, all answers contain the name of an animal. So we're looking for an animal of some description in the title. Ian Miller's book, my doctor told me to take up activity that got me out of the pub, so I took up smoking. 0, that's dreadful. Right then, here we go then. Question 1, nice easy one this. How was Michael Edwards nicknamed by the media? He was a British ski jumper who in 1988 became the first competitor since 1929 to represent Great Britain in an Olympic ski jumping. There we have it. So how was Michael Edwards nicknamed by the media? He was a British ski jumper and who in 1988 became the first competitor since 1929 to represent Great Britain in Olympic ski jumping. The wife and I actually watched the film. It was on, what was it, on Netflix or Amazon? Or it was on something. It was actually quite a decent film. So if you want to watch a film, do watch it. It was quite fun. He actually overcame quite a lot of fear and hardships to do that, but never mind. Fair play to him. Question number 2. In the nursery rhyme, there was an old woman. What did she swallow to catch the bird? So question 2 again. In the nursery rhyme, there was an old woman. What did she swallow to catch the bird? What's Faye put? I met this gangster who pulls up the back of people's pants. It was Wedgie Cray. Oh dear, that's dreadful. Oh no. Have I? Oh. I've put the link down apparently wrong. Never mind. Matthew Blood says, I met him, a nice guy. Problem is I can't go off the bottom of the page to see what's going on. What have I done wrong then, Nick? Question number 3. Largely based on Leon Trotsky, what type of animal is Snowball? A character in George Orwell's Animal Farm. There's a good one for you. Come on, you literary people, especially you Yorkies, you'll know this one. Largely based on Leon Trotsky, what type of animal is Snowball? A character in George Orwell's Animal Farm. Well, there aren't many of them, are there? It's got to be either a chicken or a dog or a hamster. Question number 4. Usually built of twigs, dry leaves and grass, and typically assembled in the forks of a tree, which animal's nest is called a dray? Are usually built of twigs, dry leaves and grass, and typically assembled in the forks of tall trees, which animal's nest is called a dray? Martin, stop being picky. He stopped liking ice in his drinks, apparently. You're just being picky now, I know you are. Oh dear. Very funny. Question number 5. What piece of sporting equipment may be no more than 965 millimeters long and no more than 108 millimeters wide. You can kind of work that one out if you know your millimeters. So question number 5, what piece of sporting equipment may be no more than 965 millimeters long and no more than 108 millimeters wide? Remember, we've got to have some kind of animal in the answer. Some kind of animal in the answer. Question number 6. Bit more music here. These for the music fans. What is the name of a Welsh, this one for Martin, of course, hard rock band from Cardiff? They're described as one of the earliest heavy metal bands. Their first studio album was the name of the band, and their second album was called Squawk, which kind of helps you a little bit there. Not that much, but it does a bit. So question 6 again. What is the name of a Welsh hard rock band from Cardiff? They're described as one of the earliest heavy metal bands. Their first studio album was the name of the band, and their second album was called Squawk. Now, to be fair, I wouldn't have known that. But I'm always being accused of writing questions that I only know the answers to, you see. What's that? Yeah, the wife's just telling me off. That's true. Right, question number 7. Oh, they denied Butty Bark. Ha ha ha! Oh, you're getting into this, Martin. I like that. Saw them in Plymouth, caught in the grip of a tyre fitter's daughter. Oh dear. Right, I'm now trying Harper's Toffee Ale. I had this the other day, again from Alders. Now, this is a good beer. Unfortunately, this is some 20 pence more expensive, at £1.30 odd, than the Amber Ale, which is only about £1.10 or something. So, premium price for something that tastes a little bit more toffee-like. And it does definitely smell of toffee. Now, Robin will tell me that you shouldn't have things like toffee in there, infused with the taste of toffee. No, perhaps it's not infused. Right then, here we go. Question number 7. Talking of drinks, what drink was advertised with the famous line, "The little drink with a big kick"? It performed the trick of putting something completely unsellable, a sweet cream sherry, into a small bottle. Oh no, toffee's all right, fine. Of course, toffee, I suppose, caramels are a natural taste of malts, aren't they, I suppose? So question 7 again. What drink was advertised with the famous line, "The little drink with a big kick"? It performed the trick of putting something completely unsellable, a sweet cream sherry, into a small bottle. This is one definitely for the Yorkies. They'll never have heard of it. Oh dear. I wouldn't say it was a one trick, but it only lasted a few years. Oh, Denise is saying, nice and relaxing quiz tonight. Do we prefer relaxing quizzes, do we, Denise? What's that? I haven't put any A roads in for you tonight. British A roads, here we go. I haven't put your Dublin question in, though, have I? An Irish. I should have I'll definitely put an Irish question in for next week. No, I'm not giving the answers away. No. Yeah, well, obviously, but you've got to know what you're on about in the first place before you understand that. Question number 8. I'll probably give this one away as well, Jono. Despite its asinine name, which Nintendo computer game features the exploits of an ape? Martin's put plenty of time for his favourite planet to appear. I'd be surprised, Martin, if you've ever seen it, to be quite honest. It's at the limit of the observability with a human eye, that's for sure. Oh dear. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't want to be looking at yours, I'm sure. You mental. Oh dear. We'll have less of that, less tittering, thank you, everybody. So despite its asinine name, which Nintendo computer game features the exploits of an ape? The hell's it? Oh yeah. God, it's all right. I was trying to figure out what the connection was in this round. Of course, they're all animals of some description. Question number 9. What name is given to a small ground-nesting bird of the pheasant family, popular for its eggs? The same word can be used as an adjective, meaning to cower or to draw back in fear. So what name can be given to a small ground-nesting bird of the pheasant family, popular for its eggs? The same word can be used as an adjective, meaning to cower or draw back in fear. Yes, going back to Martin and your celestial objects, it is very much on the limit of human visual acuity, so to speak, to see that in the flesh, so to speak. Of course, not like the human version. There are plenty of big ones around that you can see, you can't miss. But never mind. Oh, I'm being rude now, sorry. Question number 10. Which traditional Chinese year started on January the 25th, 2020? It is the first in a 12-year cycle of the Chinese zodiac. My wife will know that because it was all over Vietnam when we went there. So question number, she's looking blank, completely blank, all over the place. So question 10, which traditional Chinese year started on January the 25th, 2020? It is the first in a 12-year cycle of the Chinese zodiac. She's looking completely blank. Oh dear. Too busy trying to keep warm, she said. We were shouting. Have a guess if not. I mean, there's plenty there that you can have it. Clive and Janet, the moon is not a planet. No, you're right. Well, I suppose technically. But how they classify planets, I really don't. I should know. So, the moon is a satellite, I suppose, isn't it? Right then, there we have it. There are all 10 questions with some kind of animal in them. So I'm sure most of you would have done pretty well on that round as well. So they're not being tested in the quiz tonight, has it? As Denise was saying, but what she said, man brings wife to pub, and she's always complained to him for being in pub all the time. He puts pint and short in front of her, and she asks her, disgusting. You think I'm enjoying myself? Dear. Oh, dear. Yes. Right, here we go then. Let me go through some answers. All the answers contain an animal somewhere. Number 1, Michael Edwards was nicknamed Eddie the Eagle. Number 2, in the nursery rhyme, there was an old woman. What did she swallow to catch the bird? It was a cat she swallowed to catch the bird. Number 3, largely based on Leon Trotsky, Snowball was a pig. Number 4, squirrels, of course, live in a drain. Number 5 is a cricket bat, can only be 965 millimeters long. Number 6 even was that famous band called Budgie, whose second album was called Squawk. Number 7, of course, to put cream sherry in a small bottle, it was called Pony. Number 8, I was after the game called Donkey Kong. Number 9, I was after a quail, as in quail's eggs, a real delicacy by many people. It's also an adjective meaning to cower, to quail. And finally, number 10, of course, it was the year of the rat. The year of the rat. They were all over the place in Vietnam, on the street signs and everywhere. But never mind, they celebrated it in big style when we were there. So there we have it. Your 10 answers. Let's have some scores in, see how we're doing. Anybody up towards the 30s or 40s even is doing remarkably well. So we've got Jen and Tracy on 40. We've got Steve Farman on 36. We've got Big Roberts on 41. Leslie Barrett's on 44. Martin Davis is on 37. We've got PRS on 42. Ian Miller's on 39. Alex Brown's on 31. We've got Sarah and Russ on 37. I don't know whether is James and Joe with you tonight, Sarah? We've got Pick a Mix on 39. Well played, you. Pick a Mix are doing well tonight. Andrew Lewis is doing well on 39. Giffens are doing remarkably well. On 38, we've got Misha on 39. Penny Graham's now on 30. Well played, Penny. It's coming on, you see. Much better. We've got the Famous 5 on 39. Well played, the Famous 5. We've got Clive and Janet from Stockton on 41. Yes, Sarah saying all present. That's what I like to see. Julie, Ian, Annie, Shiraz on 41 points. We've got Home Alone 6, 42 points. Ooh, this is all getting good. What else have we got? Come on, other scores to come in. Anything else? Have we got Split the Difference still there? The Paul Lewis is on 41. Well played, Paula. Mike Yates is on 34. Well played, Mike. That's a very good score on you, I have to say. Not easy. We got Split the Difference on 42 as well. So let's have a look at these scores. We got Split the Difference 42. Home Alone 6 are on 42. We've got Clive and Janet on 41. We've got Ian and Julie on there. Shiraz on 41. Any others in the 40s? Yes, we've got PRS on 42. Mick Roberts on 41. Leslie Barrett, however, still on the lead. And he's extended his lead to 44 points. Jed and Tracy are on 40. Don't worry, Leslie. It's not going to last. You've got 2 rounds to stay ahead. Let's see whether you can do it. It's all possible. You never know. Come on, Sif. Round number 5 is a connections round. I know you're okay with connections, so let's see how you do. We've now got 9 general knowledge questions where question 10 asks for a connection between the previous answers. All right, so have a look all the way down as you're answering each of the questions and see what the connection is between them. So question number 1. Listen carefully. With Mike Ashley, currently its CEO, which company was founded in a draper's shop in Glasgow in 1849? It's really a 3-word answer. So with Mike Ashley, currently its CEO, which company was founded in a draper's shop in Glasgow in 1849? Everybody's doing all right tonight. It's because I made the quiz really easy for everybody tonight. What? More enjoyable? The wife's saying it's more enjoyable. Will people agree or disagree? Just tell me. Less wordy. You wait. I'll make it really wordy next week. Let's see. God, there's me. It's ages trying to develop questions. Question number 2. Here we go. Which former professional British #1 female tennis player replaced Annika Rice on the TV programme Treasure Hunt? It's a 2-word answer I'm after. So which former professional British #1 female tennis player replaced Annika Rice on the TV programme Treasure Hunt? Come on, any more jokes, anybody? Let's see what we've got. Right then. Where are we? Where have we got to? How can you have 44, only a possible 43? Well spotted, Denise. I was going to say give yourself an extra point for that one, but I won't. We'll just wait until we don't want to ruin Sif's day, do we? He's doing so well. he must have given himself a bonus point for something or other. We'll see. That's quite interesting on that one. When we get to the next round, it's either that or his mathematics isn't very good. Perhaps we should have a maths round already corrected, he says. Right, question number 3. What former monetary unit ceased to be legal tender on the 31st of December 1960? Come on, we can have a good 3 more. So question 3 again. What former monetary unit ceased to be legal tender on the 31st of December 1960? Right, come on, have we got a connection yet? Anybody managed to work out the connection? Question number 4, dead easy one this for all you drinkers like me. What is the alcoholic beverage similar to cider, which is made from fermented pears instead of apples, of course? So what is the alcoholic beverage similar to cider, which is made from fermented pears? And very nice it is. Did you say number 1 was 3-word answer? Hang on, where are we? Yes, I did. It is. Loosely. Yes, it is a 3-word answer. Got it now, says Ian. Question number 5. Which former Labour Prime Minister appeared on the Morecambe and Wise Christmas special in 1978? That kind of gives it away a little bit. Might help you. Narrows it down. No, it doesn't. That gives it away, really. So which former Labour Prime Minister appeared on the Morecambe and Wise Christmas special in 1978? Very brave he was. I remember that. God, I'm getting old. Ian says, if you're old enough. Did you see the sketch I know with Des O'Connor? He snuffed it the other night, or the other day. And I was watching some, it was on the telly, there was some Morecambe and Wise special with Des O'Connor. Really very, and they were very good friends, apparently. So they had to be. The grief they gave each other. But never mind. Enough of that. Question number 6. Born in Hall Green, Birmingham, and now aged 97. I did have to look up to make sure he was still alive. Which motorsports commentator wrote the autobiography, Unless I'm Very Much Mistaken? So question 6 again. Born in Hall Green, Birmingham, and now aged 97. Which motorsports commentator wrote the autobiography, Unless I'm Very Much Mistaken? One of his catchphrases, that was. Well, I say catchphrase, one of his famous lines. Question number 7, pretty straightforward. Longwood, a farm formerly belonging to the East India Company of St. Helena, became the final residence of which former emperor of France? You lost it. Desert Comic goes down. Walking White Creature, so he lost it. Oh, dear God. So question 7 again. Longwood, a farm formerly belonging to the East India Company on St. Helena, became the final residence of which former emperor of France? Are you cold, Liz? She's cool in here. It can't be cool. You must be catching it. It's 22. How old does everybody have there? It's 22 degrees in here. How can that be cold, for heaven's sake? Maybe you're not drinking enough alcohol. Oh, no, she can't drink any alcohol. She's driving, of course. She's on squash. Oh, that's fair enough. Question number 8. Born on the 8th of January 1947 in Brixton, what was David Bowie's real birth name? I will accept a 2-word name. If you're a smart ass, you can give me all 3. I don't mind. Young people today. So question number 8. Born on the 8th of January 1947 in Brixton, what was David Bowie's real birth name? 2-word answer will suffice, although 3 would be extra special. Not going to give you any extra points, but never mind. Question number 9, dead easy one this. At an elevation of 3,209 feet approximately above sea level and laying in the Lake District National Park, what is the name of England's highest mountain? So question 9 again, at an elevation of 3,209 feet above sea level and laying in the Lake District National Park, what is the name of England's highest mountain? I'm sure it's a mountain most of you, or some of you at least, will have climbed at one time in your life. I can't remember actually going up there as a person. Come on. And finally, of course, question number 10. What is the TV sitcom that connects these answers? So question 10. And finally, what is the TV sitcom that connects these answers? So pretty straightforward. Sure, you can work that one out. Oh, Ian's retracted his message. I like that when people retract something because they put something extra rude in. Young people today. Well, that's Ian Miller and Robin Miller. Got 2 Millers keep posting. That's what I like to see. Well, it's great to see so many people taking part in the quiz on a Wednesday night. We've had some real good battles, I have to say, on a Wednesday. And Sunday, of course, outdid itself. We had 80 teams, or 80 people currently online on Sunday night. So let's see whether we can beat that this Sunday. I think people are getting a bit fed up of lockdown again for the second time. And the fact it's dark nights as well, which doesn't help. What's that? Don't tell them. Yeah, that's right. That reminds me very much of it. What is your name? Oh dear. I do remember that well, Ian. Right then, there we have it. That's the end of that round. So, before we go into the final round, let's do some marking and see how we've all fared. So round number 5 was a connections round. We started off, Mike Ashley is currently the CEO of which company? Well, he's the CEO of a number of companies, but this is one of them. It was the House of Fraser, I was after the House of Fraser. Number 2, the former British #1 female tennis star even. It wasn't Joan Conter, it was Annabel Croft I was after. Well done if you got that. Number 3, the former monetary unit that ceased being legal tender in December 60 was the farthing. Number 4, what is the alcoholic beverage similar to cider? That's Perry. Number 5, of course, was Harold Wilson. Number 6, I was after Murray Walker. Number 7, it was Napoleon Bonaparte. Number 8 was David Robert Jones. David Jones will do fine. The elevation of 3,209 feet, of course, it was Scafell Pike. And finally, of course, the connection was Dad's Army. We had Pike, we had Jones, we had Napoleon, of course, who was the warden. Oh, no, he wasn't. Napoleon was Mr. Captain Mainwaring, of course, wasn't it? We had Walker, we had Wilson, we had Perry, who was one of the writers, the Reverend Timothy Farthing, that was a bit tricky. Croft, of course, he was the other writer, and Fraser, of course, the Scotsman. So here we have it. Let's have some scores. And we've got Sarah, Ross, Joe, and James on 47 points. Well done, you. PRS are now moved on 52. Steve Hills and Dexter on 45. Has Dexter gone to bed yet? You'll have to let me know. Jed and Tracy are on 50. Well done, Jed and Tracy. Michelle's on 49. We've got Martin on 44. Mike Gates is on 42. Andrew Lewis is on 48. So well ahead of Martin Davis at the moment. Mick Roberts on 51. Well played, Mick. Home Alone 6 on 51. Well played, Carol and the gang. Ian Miller's on 49. Alex Brown's on 38. The Yorkies are on 39 points. Well played then. Paul Lewis is on 51 points. We've got Penny Graham on 38. Graham Gifford's on 47. Pick and Mix are on 47. There's some great scores in here tonight, I have to say. Split difference are on 52. Well played them. What else have we got? Any more scores in? So we've got split the difference. Yes, Leslie Barrett. Oh, he's dropped a point or two. 51 points. Well played, Leslie. Still in with a shout there. And helping as much as usual. Not helping as much as usual. What's that? The Shiraz, I suppose. So Ian is on 48.5 points. Right then, at the moment, we have split difference now on 52. Paula Lewis, Leslie Barrett on 51. Well, Home Alone 6 is on 51. Nick Roberts is on 51. Jen and Trace are on 50. And PRS are on 52 points. So at the moment, split difference. PRS are both on 52 points. And we've got three or four teams on 51? Oh, we've got Clive and Janet and Stockton on 51 as well. Leslie Barrett's on 51. Paula Lewis on 51. Home Alone 6 on 51. Mick Roberts on 51. So we've got 5 teams on 51 points and 1 team on 50 points. So well played, Jed and Tracy. Right then, last round as normal is just 10 general knowledge questions. Some are straightforward. Some are just random guesses. So we'll see how good your guess, because I've always found that good teams guess well as well. Good, good quizzes. I do, but good quizzes can normally guess the right answer, can't they? So there we go then. Question 1, pretty straightforward. All you quizzes will know. What creature would you find carved into the handle of Mary Poppins' umbrella? So question 1, what creature would you find carved into the handle of Mary Poppins' umbrella? I'm sure if you didn't watch the original Mary Poppins, you would have watched the more recent Mary Poppins film. No, he's not a duck. Now then, if you were watching The Chase the other night, this question came up, which I thought was quite interesting. Question number 2. Bum hunting is a term used in which popular game? Now, I will give you the choice. There's 3 possibilities here. Is it poker, twister, or bog snorkeling? So question number 2 again. Bum hunting, that's B-U-M hunting, is a term used in which popular game or sport? I'll give you the choice. Is it poker, twister, or bog snorkeling? Not sport really, sorry. Which planet does this take place on? Uranus? Bum hunting. I thought Twister was quite good. Brilliant. Bum hunting. Mike, if you don't know, just have a good guess and a reasoned guess. Question number 3. In the world of ballet, what does the word entrecote mean? I'll give you the choice. Is it lift, walk, or leap? So in the world of ballet, what does the word entrechat, maybe it's entrechat, that sounds better, mean? I'll give you the choice. Is it lift, walk, or leap? It appears you've got to know all your ballet terms. I was going through them the other day. There were about 1,000, so I gave up. I gave up after I'd gone through A. I think you just got to learn French, basically. That's probably the best way to do it. Question number 4, one for you to work out. This is one for Ian Wilson, if anybody knows who Ian Wilson is. There have currently been 14 different prime ministers during our Queen's reign. But how many of them, including our current PM, are conservative or were conservative? Because some of them are dead, so they can't still be conservative. So there have been currently 14 different prime ministers which have served during our Queen's reign. But how many of them, including the current prime minister, have been conservative? Who's he? Don't know. He's in isolation again in Icarus. I can't get over, if everybody's been watching Splitting Image, it's been really good, but I really do feel the fact that they've lost Dominic Cummings, because he was one of the best characters they had. A little alien with a head that went. Such a shame that we've lost him, because, mind you, I'm sure they'll still keep bringing him up, probably be in the background. Right, question number 5. This is a good one. Apart from the band itself, 6 celebrities appear on the cover of the Paul McCartney and Wings album Band on the Run. Can you name any of those 6 celebrities? That's a good one, that is. I think he was he was obviously trying to copy Sergeant Pepper's or something, but never mind, it's in the same theme, wasn't it? So apart from the band itself, 6 celebrities appear on the cover of the Paul McCartney and Wings album Band on the Run. Name any one of them. Perhaps I should have said 2, but never mind. One will do. Don't want to make it too complicated tonight, do I? Leslie's put, I would be ashamed if I could. Well, you can have a guess at 1 or 2. Leslie, come on, I've got to be friends of Paul McCartney. What do you mean? You were never a big friend of Paul McCartney? If it's any help, I'm not on the cover. I was too young, far too young. Right then, question number 6. Listen carefully. This is another, you must watch the chase, because this is another chase question. This goes back a week or 2. In sea battles, the Carthaginian general Hannibal used the tactic of throwing what creatures onto enemy ships? I'll give you the choice. There are 3 choices. Was it rats, snakes, or spiders? So question 6 again. In sea battles, the Carthaginian general Hannibal used the tactic of throwing which creatures onto enemy ships? It's a bit below the belt, that really, wasn't it? I'll give you the choice. Was it rats, snakes, or spiders? What's the fear of rats called? Ophidophobia and anacrophobia. But what the hell is rats? Fear of rats. Rodentophobia? Does anybody know what the fear of rats is? I can't remember. Give me come on, somebody's going to know it. What's that? Ha! Ha ha! Glad you were watching it, Jane. Well, that was clearly, you can't launch elephants. That's why I took that one out. I'm glad you were watching that, Jane. You should know the answer then. Oh dear. Well, I don't want to be accused of plagiarism or whatever. Oh dear. Come on, what's the fear of rats? Has anybody found that out for me yet? No, it can't be ratophobia. Ratatouille. Musophobia, that sounds a bit more like it, but muso is mice, isn't it? Musine. Yeah, it could be musophobia, I think. That's much more like it. Oh, so it's nice, isn't it? Anyway, let's get back to the quiz. Question number 7. Nice, easy one. When asked where one should wear perfume, who replied, wherever one wants to be kissed? I'm sure it's a famous line, that one. So when asked where one should wear perfume, who replied, wherever one wants to be kissed? What we were watching the other week when she sprayed perfume up her dress. What was that? We were watching something the other night on the telly. Don't know if it was the Slobs. Was it? No, was it? No, come on. Don't know. Sorry, I'm talking in the background here. Don't know what. This toffee ale is very nice, I have to say. Definitely worth the extra 20p. Yeah, it could be Muso. Question number 8. What type of animal was Rupert Bear's best friend, Bill? It's also the name given to a licensed peddler or beggar. Well, it was. They don't license them anymore, but when it was available. So what type of animal was Rupert Bear's best friend, Bill? It is also a name given to a licensed peddler or beggar. That's when they used to license peddlers and beggars, which presumably they don't anymore. But somebody might know better. Matthew Blood might be able to tell me that, being a solicitor or somebody that knows the law, whether they still license peddlers or beggars, I don't know. Perhaps that was revoked a few years back. Well, everybody, I hope you're all going to have a good remaining of the week and whatever else. Thursday tomorrow. These weeks seem to be zooming past, don't we? We're on coronavirus week 66. This is 66th quiz we've done since March, or whenever it was we started. So unfortunately, you've had to put up with me 66 times. I don't know who holds the record for watching me the most, other than the wife, but never mind. Probably, says Matthew. I'm not that old to remember. Right, here we go then. Question number 9. In the well-known acronym UNESCO, what does the letter E stand for? So question 9 again. In the well-known acronym UNESCO, what does the letter E stand for? What's wrong? You're looking at the last one. No, she hasn't. Right. And finally, question number 10, which is a bit silly. In which country would you find the town of Titwobble, Fanny Bay, and Hard Struggle Dam? So 3 areas. In which country would you find the town of Titwobble, Fanny Bay, and Hard Struggle Dam? Doesn't take that much thinking, that one. Just got to have a reasoned guess. That makes all the difference. And there we have it. That is the final. So we have so many teams within neck and neck of each other. There's those that were a few guesses there or whatever else. Let's see how we've all fared, shall we? I don't really need much time, do we, to sort those out? You've either got an answer or you haven't. So might as well just quickly mark them all, see how we've all fared, and wrap the quiz up. So here we go. Last round then. The creature that you find carved into the handle of Mary Poppins' umbrella was a parrot. Well done if you got that. Let's kind of a quiz question. You've got to remember that one. Question number 2. Bum hunting is a term in which popular game or sport. I give you the choice. Was it poker, twister, or bog snorkeling? It was, in fact, poker. Well done if you got that. Apparently, it's somebody that goes chasing after a loser, somebody that's bound to lose all their money, a bum. Number 3, in the world of ballet, I gave you the choice. Entrechat. Meaning, I'll give you the choice. I gave it, was it lift, or walk, or leap? It's to leap, apparently. Number 4, how many of our PMs in the Queen's Range have been Conservative? That's 10. Number 5, apart from the band itself, 6 celebrities appear on the cover of the Paul McCartney and Wings album, Band on the Run. Name any of them. Well, you could have had Michael Parkinson, Kenny Lynch, do you remember him? James Coburn, Clement Freud, Christopher Lee, and John Conte. So any one of those 6 would have done fine. God knows who could have remembered all 6 of those. I don't know. You'd have done well to get that. Number 6, of course, in the sea battles, the Carthaginian General Hannibal used a tactic of throwing what creatures onto enemy ships? Well, I think the ones that would cause the most fear, of course, were snakes. Snakes were thrown, apparently. Number 7 was Coco Chanel, of course. Number 8, what type of animal was Rupert Bear's best friend Bill? He was a badger. That's where the expression to badger someone comes from, a peddler or a beggar. Number 9, in the well-known acronym UNESCO, what does the letter E stand for? That's educational, as in United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organisation. And finally, number 10, you would find Titwobble, Fanny Bay and Hard Struggle Dam all in Australia, apparently. Makes sense, really, doesn't it? It's the only ones that could come up with anything like that. So there we have it, everybody. Let's see who's the winners, who's the losers. Anybody's dropped a point there or not. Well, everybody's had some great answers. So come on, let's have some scores in, see how we've all fared. I think some very, very close scores there. We've got PRS on a fantastic 60 points. Well played, PRS. Jen and Tracy end up on 57. We've got Mick Roberts, 58. Well played, Mick Roberts. Paula Luce on 61. The Farnans are on 48. We've got Sarah Rush James on 53. We've got the Famous Five on 57. Michelle Gibbons on 58. Ian Miller's on 55. We've got Home Alone 6, 58. Well played then. Martin Davis on 49. Andrew Lewis on 53. Alex Brown's on 44. Denise, 63 points. Split the difference, 62. Leslie Barrett, a stunningly bad last round, 55. Oh, no. Never mind, Leslie. Clive and Janet from Stockton on 59 points. I've got Penny Graham on 44. George and Abbott and the August, 41 points. That's some going. Graham Gibbert's on 52, even with the Snakes. Well done. Keep watching the chase, Jane. Mike Abbott's on 45. Well played, Mike. And a few thanks coming in. So Martin's saying thanks. I hope you're all feeling well now, Martin. We've been feeling really rough all week, me and Ange, but I don't think it's the COVID. I think it's just the grandkids giving us something, sore throat, runny nose, Anyway, thanks everybody for taking part tonight. Pick and mix in with 55. Well done, Pick and Mix. Well done, Bonnie and Clyde. I like that. Now, do feel free to come and join us on Sunday. We always have a very good turnout Sunday night. And it will be great if more and more of you would like to come and join the quiz on the 6th of December, the charity quiz. Do feel free to make a small donation to the charity. Apparently, the link down below that I've put on there is wrong. There's a letter wrong, which I'm sure you'll be able to. I'll leave the quiz teams to be able to recognise which letter's wrong. But I'm sorry. If not, go to my page anyway. Go to Pewee 1957, which is my YouTube. It's my YouTube page, and you will find there's a link on there. So Jackie said so. Did so well, then got 3 on that. 3 on that round? Jackie, come on. You must have done better than 3. You didn't. But never mind. I didn't think the last round was that tricky, but never mind. It clearly was if teams were only getting 3. Anyway, thank you very much, everybody, for taking part in tonight's quiz. Stay safe, stay well, and let's hope to see as many of you as we can on Sunday night, where I will be once again doing 6 rounds of silly trivia to keep everybody up to scratch and keep those brains ticking over. It's a bit of fun. Everybody seems to enjoy it. get involved with the chat and whatever else. Anyway, great to see you all. See you Sunday, most of you, and do feel free to take part in the charity quiz, as I've already mentioned. So good night, everybody. We'll see you again on Sunday. Good night.